Ladies and gentlemen, James of Nameless here with more Megaman Dr. Wily's Revenge. Here we have my two favorite characters in the game, my two favorite characters in the entire series, Dr. Wily's eyebrows. They make an appearance in every game, and everyone loves them. Seriously, like frickin' staples. Here we are at the first part of Dr. Wily's Castle. Aren't you excited, my dear viewers? I am. Kind of. Anyways. Now, unlike most Megaman games where you have 5 or 6 Wily stages, this one only has 2. And they're hard as hell. But, as I said, I've been playing this game since I was a little kid, and these stages still kick my ass. Luckily, I managed to have a lucky run of this stage, and in particular, actually. And, yeah. This stage, of course, has the boss rush that is a staple in every Megaman game, even though they're slightly tedious. In fact, going back to Megaman Limited, I kind of like how that one did it. Didn't so much like the boss after the boss rush in Megaman Limited, though. No, I don't like bosses where you can only hit them while they're doing one specific it's hard to describe, like, this thing, it did all these different attacks, but you could only hit it while it was in the air, but even then you can only hit it from below. I mean, kind of weird, but it's not that bad, I guess. But anyways, here we have some screw enemies. I think they're called moles. Don't quote me on that, however, and we'll say so in the credits. Yeah, that's the great thing about this game. It's one of those great old games where they list all the enemies in the credits. Not unlike most games that do this, or do that, I should say. It also lists the people who helped make the game, which is kind of strange because most games you either list the enemies or you list the people who made the game. You normally don't get both. Or at least from my experiences. Some tricky jumps right there. Actually, this stage was brought back in Megaman 10 as one of the DLC stages. Can you guess what boss we're going to be fighting at the end of this? A small hint, it's not Punk or Blade. But yeah, so, just going through this, more Mets, more weird spinny enemies. And the spikes, despite their look, still operate as Megaman 2 and, well, every game after Megaman 2 style spikes. Not the Megaman 1 spikes. But, yeah, I don't really have that much to say about this stage. It's a long stage with a boss rush, it's a proper Wily stage, and I'm getting my ass handed to me by a little electrical laser. The biggest bit of advice I can give to anyone who's playing the stage is use the elect beam and use carry. Oh right, I forgot to mention carry. Carry is a platform that you can send out and it'll stay there for a few seconds. It's really simple and that's all it does, but it's really useful. Think of it like a substitute for Rush or the items from Megaman 2. But yeah, so this stage has a bunch of item pickups you can only get to with carry. And carry is also really handy for getting across those large spike gaps and such. If you screw it up, you know. Why am I saying that? Oh, I don't only have that as a verbal tick. It's kind of weird. Probably because, once again, I am recording at, what time is it? There it is, I said it again. Weird verbal tick thing. But anyways, it's like midnight here. 11:45, I was close enough. So, more enemies. Just elect beam them. If you don't have elect beam, use Firestorm and switch to any weapons you need to get energy for, because this level is filled with energy pickups. And health pickups. Seriously, these things are great for just farming for energy. I was about to say farming for enemies. Yeah, I mean, you're technically farming for enemies, or farming through enemies, but it's great for farming for energy, and here's one of those things I was talking about where you need to use carry. There was one like this earlier, but with 3 large energy things. So normally, at a boss rush, I would cut it out because boss rushes are tedious, but unlike most Mega Man boss rushes, we are not fighting the Robot Masters we fought before. Instead, we were fighting 4 of the Robot Masters from Mega Man 2. Flashman here is weak to the Ice Slasher. He's also weak to Heatman's weapon. What? I keep on catching myself this. Why do I keep on saying I don't normally have a verbal tick. Maybe it's because I'm tired. It's been a busy day for me. I've been organizing parties and crap like that. But yeah. So, we also get their weapons. We get the Flash Stopper from Flashman, who, like in Mega Man 2, reaches time for a little bit of time. That was kind of redundant. I guess the TV trope Department of Redundancy department would fit there. Anyways, Flash Stopper is the weakness of Quickman. However, like in Mega Man 2, you have to give him the half health, and then use it if you want to kill him with it. And I keep on jumping into him. It should have been very easy to dodge, but no, I was just screwing up at it. Oh well. Still very easy fight. In fact, that's the one thing, as difficult as a game as Dr. Wily's Revenge is, the boss fights are total jokes. With the exception of the final boss, that thing's frickin' hard. And yeah, more weapons. We get the Quick Boomerang, which in this game, like in Mega Man 2, you just shoot some boomerangs out that come back to you. Very useful for taking stuff down. I don't know why I didn't use it more, but oh well. Also, it's the weakness of Bubble Man. And one thing you don't get is, like in the original Bubble Man fight, you have water physics right here. But this is the only place in the game where you get water physics. Which you don't get, like why program the water physics if you're only using them for one boss fight? One ridiculously easy boss fight, I should mention. Because, like in Mega Man 2, even without his weakness, Bubble Man is a joke. Like in Mega Man 2, Bubble Man's weapon is completely freaking useless unless against Heatman, who we are going up against next. Seriously, what's it called? Bubble lead. You just shoot a bubble across the ground. Yeah, you destroy him with frickin' bubbles, I guess. But yeah, very easy fight. Not so easy if you're just using the Mega Buster. Trust me, I've done it. In fact, I died. But and now we get Heatman's weapon, which like in Mega Man 2, you shoot a fireball, charge yourself up, shoot a larger fireball, which can take down certain walls. And it's called the Atomic Fire. I was thinking it was called the Heat Storm. What's their weapon called? The Heat Storm? I forget. Just tell me if there wasn't oh, wait, I'm thinking of the Firestorm. Never mind, you don't have to tell me in the comments. So this is Inker. Your first time through, he'll probably kill you. Every time after that, he's not too bad. In fact, the only reason I couldn't really beat this game when I was a kid was the level after this one. Seriously, that's a freaking marathon level. Yet, it still has better checkpoint placement than Mega Man Unlimited, but that's besides the point. It may seem like at times I'm ragging on Unlimited, but hey, it's a great game. With questionable checkpoint placement, it's still very good. There's a few questionable things in that fan game, but besides that, very, very good game. I like it. I like it a lot. So here we get the Mirror Buster. It's basically a shield that you put up and it deflects stuff. Very useful for the final boss. In fact, spoiler alert, it's the only weakness of the final boss. And unlike before, where Wilys Castle has 2 stages, he has one castle with 1 stage and 1 space fortress with another stage. See you next time.